High above the clouds, Goku found himself staring in awe at a mystical floating castle. This was not a typical day for the young Saiyan. The castle was a beautiful blend of colors, shimmering in the sunlight. Goku was left in wonder as he began his exploration. As Goku ventured further, he discovered a large wooden door. He placed a hand on the intricate carvings and pushed it open. Inside, he found himself in a grand hall filled with ornate statues and lush tapestries. It was a sight to behold. Suddenly, Goku heard a voice echoing through the hall. He turned around, only to see a hologram of an old man. The old man introduced himself as the guardian of the castle. He asked Goku to help him protect the castle from an impending danger. Goku accepted the task without hesitation. The old man smiled, thanking him and disappearing, leaving Goku alone again. Goku began preparing for the impending danger. He knew he had to protect the castle and the old man who entrusted it to him. Days passed as Goku trained, exploring every corner of the castle. He found strange artifacts and ancient inscriptions on the walls. With each passing day, Goku felt a strange power growing within him. He felt stronger, more capable, and ready for anything. One day, a dark cloud began to cover the sky. Goku knew it was time. The impending danger was finally here. As the darkness approached, Goku stood firm, ready to protect the floating castle. He could feel the energy pulsing around him. From the dark cloud emerged a massive dragon. It had piercing red eyes and scales as hard as diamonds. Goku charged at the dragon, using all the strength he had gained during his training. The battle was intense and fierce. Despite the dragon's strength, Goku didn't back down. He kept fighting, determined to protect the floating castle. After a long and hard-fought battle, Goku finally managed to defeat the dragon. He fell to his knees, exhausted but triumphant. As the dragon disappeared, the dark cloud lifted from the sky. The floating castle was safe once again. The old man reappeared, his eyes filled with gratitude. He thanked Goku for his bravery, saving the castle and his home. Goku, tired but happy, smiled at the old man. He was glad he could help. It was an adventure he would never forget. The old man rewarded Goku with a mystical orb. It was a token of his gratitude, a symbol of the friendship they had forged. Goku left the floating castle, carrying with him the memories of the adventure. As he descended, he looked back one last time. The castle, once again serene and beautiful, disappeared in the clouds. Goku knew he would always remember his journey to the floating castle. As he landed back on the ground, Goku felt a sense of accomplishment. He had faced a formidable foe and emerged victorious. In his hand, the mystical orb glowed, reminding him of the friendship he had made and the adventure he had embarked on. Goku looked up at the sky, a smile on his face. He knew that whatever adventure awaited him next, he was ready for it. His journey to the floating castle had taught him valuable lessons. It had tested his strengths and made him even stronger. And so Goku embarked on his next adventure, carrying with him the memories of the floating castle and the old man's gratitude. As he walked away, the orb in his hand continued to glow, a beacon guiding him towards his next adventure. His heart was full of courage and his spirit unbroken. The young Saiyan was ready to face whatever came his way. And so Goku's journey to the floating castle ended, but his adventures were far from over. For a true hero, the journey never ends.